What up, Frag world? You already know what's up, man. It's your boy Eric, back with more Frag talk for all of the Frag kids. As you can see from the title, you all, I will be sharing my thoughts on the infamous Dior Sauvage Edp versus the Edp version. You guys, before I even get into this video, I just want to say this is officially one of my hardest comparison videos, being that I've never compared two fragrances that smell so similar. So with that being said, you all, I would like to take out the time to put you all into my alienated brain, alright? Starting this video off, you guys, well, before I even get to letting you all get inside my head on how I want you to think of these fragrances as I'm describing them, I do want to say this video will be categorized in 3 different categories. That will be by the performance of each fragrance, the 2, that will be the longevity, and the occasions on either or the 2, what occasions to wear these 2 particular fragrances. Alright, now you guys, I want you all to get inside my head as I try to share and compare the 2 fragrances, EDT versus EDP. Alright, you guys, when I think about these 2 fragrances, they remind me of 2 twins. For all of my brothers watching this channel, you know, think about 2 women that are twins. They're identical twins. They look just alike. You know, they're the same size. They're identical. But it's just something slightly a bit better, you know, that catches your eye about one of the twins. You know, when you see these people who are married to twins, you know, they married the other twin for a reason. It's not just, it was a reason for that. All right, so that's what I think about when I think about these 2 fragrances, you guys. When I think about the EDT and the EDP, they are like identical twins, yet one is just a little bit better. And which is better, you guys, I guess we'll get to that at the end, but for now, that is how I want you all to envision both of these fragrances as I'm describing them. Think about 2 beautiful twins. Ladies, if you're watching, think about 2 male twins, and think about, you know, which one catches your eye a little bit more. Even though they both look identical, which one has certain type of characteristics that just catches your eye. Alright, so you guys, let me start off with the EDP version. There is a difference, you guys, when I say that. That's why I wouldn't compare 2 twins, but they have different, you know, characteristics, because they do have differences even though they're very similar. I can tell you guys, you know, off the bat, with the EDP version, like I seen some little something in a bottle, but it's nothing, I was just looking. The EDP version, you guys, it is more bluer. I don't know if that sounds right, but it's more, I have the EDP actually on my left hand, so I'll switch that actually. I have the EDP on this hand. The EDP is more bluer. It's more, it has something in it that makes it more sexier than the EDT version. The EDT version is more just loud. If this were the twin, this would be like the loud twin. She talks a lot. She's all in your face. The EDP version is the more mature twin. It's like the twin who doesn't really like to go to the club as much. But the other twin, the EDT version, she's more loud. She's the party, you know, hopper. She's just everywhere. She's loud, doing everything. The EDP version is still kind of loud. You know, they're twins, so they're still kind of similar. You know, the EDP version is still kind of loud, and she still does what she does, but she's a little bit more mature, laid back, and chill. Okay, so but just comparing the smells, just the EDP version is more bluer. There's something in this fragrance that screams like the Bleu de Chanel, you know, the Aqua di Gio. You know, it has something more bluer in this. And it's a little bit more mature in the EDP version, to where the EDT version is more, it's no blue smell in the EDT version. It's like it's a blue smell that I get from a lot of, you know, aqua fragrances, and it's like a blue type of smell, like, you know how the light blue by Dolce & Gabbana smells. It's like a blue type of note. It's like a watery aqua type of smell that they put into the EDT. I'm sorry, the EDP version, you guys. And that leads to the occasion. We haven't talked about the performance or the longevity, so let's talk about the occasion, you guys. I would hands down wear the EDP version for date nights because it's not as loud and offensive as the EDT version. The EDT version is more, you're just out, you're going out to the mall, you're doing things, but you're not cluttered or you're not just in just one small space. The EDP version, you could actually pull it off in more close encounters, you guys. The EDP actually smells a little more sexier to me because, like I said, it's something they added in. It's like a more masculine, it has a sex appeal to it because it's like this blue freshness. It's more blue, and I don't know, you know, it's very hard for me to explain to you all, but when I say blue, think about all the fragrances that has that aqua, like that Blue de Chanel, or, you know, it just has that aqua-y type of smell to it, and it's most definitely, even though these smell identical, they both smell alike. But they're different, you guys. They are different, okay? So the occasions that I will wear for the EDP version, date nights, you know, close encounters, you know, whoever smells this off you, guys, if you're wearing this, the woman, she will like this more better, closer on your skin. Because I can smell it closer like this, and it's not as offensive as me smelling the EDT version. And I'm just like, it's a little more louder. Date nights, you guys, this is for just night outs. And you're not going out on a date, you're just going out. I do think the EDP version is more sexier than the EDT version, hands down. So if you're looking for a more, you know, cool, calm, and collective version of the EDT version, most definitely get the EDP version. Really important question that I know people will ask before I get to the performance and the longevity. Which would you like the most, you guys? Which would you like? To me personally, you guys, I'm glad that I own both. Even though, okay, I can put this into another category. If you are a fragrance expert, probably get both because our nose is like very, 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 you know, hip to fragrances. If you're not a fragrance expert, you guys, go with the EDP version. The reason why I say go with the EDP version is because the EDT version can be very offensive to the person wearing it as well as to just the loudness that it does, you know, perform. The EDP version, like I said, is more cool, calm, and laid back. So if I were to only have a choice and I didn't know much about fragrances, I would get the EDP version because it's a little bit more charming. Though the EDT version is a little bit more louder and people probably want their performance to, you know, stand out a little more, you know, the EDP version is more pleasant for the first impression, you guys. Now, leading on to the performance, you guys, how do they both perform? Like I said, they're both identical fragrances. They both smell the same, but the performance, it can vary just because they're two different fragrances. Like I said, the EDT version, to me, it seems like it performs a little bit longer just because it's more louder. The EDP version is maybe like 30 minutes to an hour right behind it. So you still get that same performance out of both. You still get the same longevity out of both, you guys. So they perform both, you know, great. The EDT version is a little bit more louder. The longevity, you guys, they're pretty much about the same. They're pretty much about the same on the performance and on the longevity, you guys. They both perform amazing. You're going to get 10 plus hours out of each one. They're both going to stay on your skin. I mean, it's nothing really to say about the two, you guys. If there's anything else I can think about before closing this video, I'm trying to think, you guys. You know, these two fragrances are great fragrances, you guys. I've already talked about which one would I choose if I could choose one. Which one do I like the most? I still like the EDT more. I like the EDT more. Yeah, I still like the EDT more, even though I know that the EDP is much more mature. It's much more, you know, civilized. It's much more, you know, you're gonna smell it, but it's not just like, hey, what's up? Smell me, hey. No, it's more calmer and it's chiller and it's more sexier. The EDP is much more sexier when smelling it close up. You're talking about smelling it close up, so that will benefit it only with one significant other. If you're single, most definitely go with the EDT because you're not really worried about people coming close. They will smell you from arm's length and longer, you guys. You guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about the EDT versus the EDP, you guys. If you don't have either or, probably go with the EDP version. If you're into more calmer, chiller fragrances, more sexier fragrances, if you're more into the louder fragrances, most definitely go with the EDT, you guys. I like the EDT more, but I like more of what the EDP brings. I like the sex appeal in the EDP. I like the loudness, and just, I've been wearing this fragrance for 2 years now, so the EDT version, we just have a special bond that I just hadn't picked up with the EDP, though the EDP is more sexier. You know, I married this twin, and this is the twin that I'm sticking with, though I know that this twin does have a little more sex appeal. I'm cool with the EDT, you guys. I hope this video helped. More videos on the way. Please like this video. Do all those